late on getting the camera set up there. Press go too early. Well, welcome back to the TheStoneRanger. It's Friday night. It's 10 to 10, latest I've ever done stone carving on the channel. And tonight I'm doing Burger King. I just thought I'd see if anyone was around. I was down here anyway. The wife and the kids are watching the film. My daughter's reading a book. And I thought I'll carve. First one on, look at that. Fast. How is it in France today? First one on and a thumbs up. What more can you ask for? I think somebody should gift you a membership to the channel. I think you should become an honorary member of the channel. Someone should buy you a membership as a... Nobody did. No, somebody should. What do you think to tonight's logo? Burger King. We're happy with Burger King? If we're doing Burger King, at some point we'll have to put a little M for a McDonald's. Start putting the Disney castle up here. What's going on? McLaren went down well. You never really got to taste what McDonald's King. Well, I'm not a massive fan of Burger King. I mean, McDonald's is okay, but yeah, no, I'm not a massive fan of Burger King. I'm not that sold on McDonald's, really. I mean, I'll eat it, but I prefer to have something else. I like a McFlurry. My dad calls them a McFluffy. So for anyone who's just coming on the channel, this here is the logo board, and on this board is all sorts of logos. So we've got Monster, Nike, you can't see them all. And this one here is Burger King, the latest one on there. And you can request a logo to be carved. We've got Michael Jordan, we've got YouTube over here, we've got Disney getting marked on. And if you subscribe to the channel, like Tornado Chaser said, you can see some pictures of all the ones that are on there. Somebody's requested Burger King. So that's what we're doing tonight. So if anyone's got any requests, drop them in the comments. And if you don't want to drop them in the comments, just stick a thumbs up. I'll take a thumbs up. Popeyes is on the list. I've never tried Popeyes. Maybe I'll try Popeyes tomorrow. I'm going to Manchester tomorrow, so maybe Popeyes is on the menu. Get another thumbs up on there. So what, we're on 5. So people ask me a lot what I'm carving on and what I'm carving with. Piece of Derbyshire stone. Really nice piece of stone. It was kicking about in my workshop. So decided his logo board. Tungsten tip chisels. Anyone who's interested in having a go and wants to buy some of these, you can get a discount code on the channel for a company called Southern Stone Limited. And I've got a 600-gram dummy hammer here. And I've got a nice big nylon hammer here. I like the nylon hammer. It makes a nicer noise when I'm carving. It's a deeper, denser noise. It's nice to see some new names on there. Got a new subscriber. We've got 7 thumbs up. That's a solid start. And like I say, anyone wants to request a logo to be carved, I can add it to the list. We've got Popeyes on the list. We've got, what else did we have today? Someone, Honda today, Adidas, Rolex was requested. I forgot about Rolex. A friend of mine called Ash requested Rolex last night. Massive marshmallow, yeah, that would be cool. Like some of Ghostbusters. Great big marshmallow. So where is everyone? The people in the chat, let us know where we are. I know Tornado Church is in France. I'm in the Peak District in Derbyshire. Where's everybody else at? Whereabouts in England are we? We have people all over the world who sub to the channel. We've got New Zealand, Australia, Denmark, Belgium, France, Texas, New York, lots in the UK. Some in Ireland. We had a guy in Ireland last night. Well, no, sorry, Ross is going back to Ireland this weekend. We've got Connor. Connor actually tipped me the other day. He bought me a beer. Nice to see the chat scrolling up, people talking on there. Won't be able to keep up with it in a minute. So what I'm doing, I'm just roughing that out to start with, that top of that burger. High in Russian. One of my subscribers sent me a message. She's called the Lipstick Farmers. The Lipstick Farmer, she said, can I put something behind the piece of stone, because she struggles to hear me when I'm carving, which is a bit of a problem when I'm carving stone all the time when I'm live. I need to address that somehow. I do. What I used to make headstones and memorial stones. So I used to have a business doing this for, well, stonemasonry 15 years, dry stone walling for 7, and then 7 years carving. There was a bit in between where there was a crossover. And I used to do a lot of headstones. I used to export a lot of stuff, make stuff, and send it all over to them for amazing places, amazing people. And then one day, I could feel myself falling out of love with it, and it's my hobby. I turned a hobby into a business, and I didn't want to stop the carving. I didn't want to fall out of love with it, so I sold up, and now I'm a Peak Park Ranger. Hence the name of the channel, The Stone Ranger. I mean, that's going to be weird in the morning when you wake up and you're going to, with a hangover, and you're thinking to yourself, Jesus, did I drink that much that I was watching a man carve the Burger King logo into a piece of stone in a Peak District in England? It's, yeah, it's going to be a brain twister in the morning. But we've all had worse. I definitely have. It's nothing worse than the beer fear. Next morning when you wake up and you had too much to drink. I had it on New Year's Eve this year. And I was just scared to realise what I'd done. I just didn't want to know the answer to what I'd got up to the night before. I saw some pictures. My wife showed me some pictures of me and a couple of my friends singing in New Year. I'm just blaming the whiskey. Minecraft player. I say hi to Nikki. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but it's scrolling through quick, which we don't mind. We like that. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. Tell you what else is good for the YouTube algorithm. I got a milestone today on the channel. It's been a bit of a week actually on the channel. Not only did I get tipped a couple of times, which was amazing, got a new member to the channel. That was my 10th member. I've officially got 10 members of the channel now, where people get a little badge next to their name and it's in green, and get discount codes. And we were doing a giveaway with stone carving chisel set. I was happy with that. there's going to be a chance to win a TheStoneRanger hammer and some chisels in a tool wrap for the channel members. So if you want a chance to win it, it's 99p. Not a lot. I'm so far behind with what's going on in the chat. I'm not even sure I could catch up now. I am using the marshmallow hammer. See, can you hear the difference in the sound? So that was the marshmallow hammer. And this is the dummy hammer. It's been a while since I've carved the bubble writing. Nikki wants to see the tools. Simon likes the channel and the content. Thanks, Simon. It's nice to see you on. It's nice to see so many people on it. Wasn't sure when I clicked live at 10 to 10 who would be around on a Friday night. So 1 second, and I'll just finish this letter and then I'll show you a few tools. Simon, have you been watching any of the other videos? We've got all different types on there. We've got actual videos that I spend time editing together, and we've got the lives, what we've been doing recently, and then a few little shorts kicking about. Let's have a quick look at some tools then before we do. So here we've got 4mm tungsten tip chisel. These are the chisels I'm using tonight. 10mm. You can see that these are brazed in the tungsten, so just let it focus there. So they're brazed in on the end. This is Italian tungsten on the end, and then we'll have a 6mm here. Good quality, number 6 on it. Really good quality. I get these from a company called Southern Stone Limited. Anyone who's interested in buying some, you can get them. Get a discount code on the channel. What else have we got to show you? I've got loads of chisels here. 600-gram dummy hammer. This is my original hammer I bought. It's lasted incredibly well. Reset the top once. Got a little bit of araldite in there. It became loose one summer when we had a heat wave. And then I've got a nice big nylon hammer. And then I've got a few other smaller hammers. This one's 400 grams. Don't use it very often. I teach a lot with these other sets of hammers. Other things I'm using tonight are brushes, just for cleaning up. And I've marked them on. We've got compasses, and we've got squares, and we've got Mason's pencils, and we've got all sorts kicking about. There is a couple of videos on the channel of the tools I use when I'm carving. Maybe one night we'll sit and have a chat about them. Let's have a look here. My brother do recommend any kits on what type of stone to get started. I can't find anything online, only woodworking stuff. So tungsten tipped is the best. Hell yeah, I have a bronze one. I don't have any bronze. Tungsten isn't cheap, no. What's my name? My name's Matty. Yeah, it's I find it weird when people refer to me as the Stone Ranger. Just call me Matty. It's I get emails to the Stone Ranger. I got one the other day from a company about demoing a saw on the channel, and I think it's just weird. My name's not actually called the Stone Ranger. No, Matty. M-A-T-T. Yeah, that's it, Matty. That sounds better, doesn't it, than the Stone Ranger? So yeah, so going back to the tools, get yourself on to start with, chisel wise. To start with, you can spend some money on some tungsten. Each chisel is anything between £15 and £30 each. There's a kit you can buy online. I've done a review on it. £13, 28, something along them lines. I've actually seen them cheaper since, but at the time it was the cheapest stone carving kit on the internet, and for the price, fantastic. Couple of the chisels here, they're wrapped. They come from China. They're wrapped in a bit of leather. Really good. Yeah, £13 something. You don't get a hammer with that though, but you can make a hammer. You can use a claw hammer to start. Just don't spend loads of money till you know you're going to enjoy it. And then it's worth investing a little bit. You don't have to spend too much. I just start with one chisel, which I think is an all-rounder, and then I move on from there and just build my kit. Or you can become a channel member for 99p, and you got a chance to win a hammer, chisels in a tool wrap sent to you. That's going to be going on very soon. Once we get the channel members up a little bit. But we made it to 10 today, so I'm happy with that. And then regarding stone, one option you've got is local garden centre. Get a piece, or if you've got a quarry nearby, get a piece of reclaimed stone from them or an offcut. Yeah, reclamation yard even. A piece of offcut stone would work. You could always try a piece of slate, but if you wanted to buy a piece delivered, again, go to Southern Stone Limited, use the discount code which features on this channel, go and find the video, and you'll be able to buy a piece of Portland limestone, really soft stone, easy to work with, great to start with, and they'll ship it to your door. Yeah, put in the discount code what features on this channel, save yourself a couple of quid. Suffolk Live's on. There we go, got our first member on of the night. I was talking about you and Connor earlier about how you dropped a tip, and it was my first ever one. I'm still buzzing off that. And we got a new channel member last night while we were on the live stream as well. So it's been YouTube wise, it's been a good week. Work wise, it's been a crazy week. I mean, if you want to hear about it, I'll tell you about it, but it's crazy. What's a good starter stone for amateurs? Tough one. Avoid the slate. I know I just said you could use slate. Avoid the slate. Avoid anything too tough. Probably go Portland. Buy a piece if you can afford to buy a piece sent to you for like 20-30 quid. Do it with a piece of Portland. If money's a little bit tighter, I mean, the world's an expensive place now. Going into winter, you're going to put the electric and gas price up again. So if you're saving a couple of quid, I'd get you sent to just try and find a piece of sandstone or a piece of gritstone from a reclamation yard or a garden centre. Doesn't have to be a smooth flat face like this. You can use a rough piece of stone. Again, there's videos on the channel about making your own house sign from tools you'll find around the house. That's a popular video. I think that's up to like 60,000 views now or something. Have a look at that. tell us about it. And my week at work. So bearing in mind, I've been on holiday for a week. So I came back to work. I worked from home Monday. So Monday we can scrap Monday. All I did is sit at the office at home, and I did an online Teams meeting for 2.5 hours, and lots of emails. So we can scrap that. Wasn't too bad what I was expecting. First day back was Tuesday. Officially out and about with groups. Been arranged. I have to do guided walks, and this week's all about groups. Tuesday was team fostering. So I took a group of foster children out, and some of their parents or staff members who work there, and these were people aged between 7 and 17. They've all obviously had some troubles to deal with. Really, all of them really nice kids, boys and girls, really nice. Had a real good laugh with them all. Got off to a little bit of a dodgy start because they're obviously trying to figure you out because you're just a stranger who's coming into their life. So, but there was one girl in particular who she wanted some attention, and we were at the top of this hill, and she decided right on the edge of this. It can only be called a cliff because it's called Stanage Edge, and it's just a sheer drop. They go abseiling off the end of it. It's really windy. She decided, actually, I'm going to pretend to jump off this, and she kept going right to the edge, to the point where I had to cut this guided walk short and take them back to the van because the more of a reaction she got, the more she wanted to do it. So that wasn't great, and so I have to kind of fill in a little bit of paperwork. And I mean, she was never going to do it. It was an attention thing, and I do feel for her because she's had a lot going on. So that was that. And then Wednesday, it was just a difficult day. So I had multiple groups. I had 3 groups out in different locations. I did 104 miles chasing them around. Wasn't too bad. It's a Wednesday, but yesterday I took out a team of people suffering with. Some of them were homeless. There was living in sheltered accommodation. Then they were suffering with addiction, alcohol, and drugs. So I met them in the morning. Me and my assistant Clara, or trainee, sorry, Clara. And we're out, we're talking to them, saying, right, we need to put some gloves on. I'm going to do a bit of a tool talk, a risk assessment. And one of them muffled under the breath said, right, if you tell me to put my gloves on again, I'm going to hit you with a hammer. So that wasn't a good start. So anyway, we got over that, we carried on, we laughed it off. I got to know him a little bit, and we became friends. Then I've caught a couple of the other guys, bearing in mind suffering with addiction, and they've got 4 members of staff who've come with them. They decided to run off in front, and then as I got there, I saw him pouring vodka into a Coke bottle, which I can't really have when I'm out with the general public and we're running a group. So, but he also told me he doesn't take well to being told what to do. The last person what told him what to do, he poured petrol all over them and started messing with a lighter. So that wasn't great. Then I caught one of them with a split. So that wasn't great again. And then as I'm starting to calm things down and get friendly and teaching them how to dry stone wall, and we were starting to get somewhere, one of them had not managed his diabetes properly, and we was going to a diabetic coma, so he was on 42. I don't know if anyone knows a lot about diabetes, and then we tested it a few times, and he got a little bit better, and then didn't get any better, and then he went off to have a wee in the field, and he fell asleep in a ditch. Basically, just kind of like passed out in a ditch, which was terrible. So I ended up driving him to hospital. I got him halfway to hospital because it was a 4-hour wait for the ambulance, and he was been sick and nearly choking on his sick. So I had to pull over, put him in a recovery position at the side of a busy road in Sheffield, get the ambulance, take him away. So that was a bit of a. I look back at one point in the back of the thing, and he was slumped, and he was so grey in colour that I thought I was going to lose him at one point. It was a bit. There was a few seconds, and I thought, oh no! I had to shout so loud his name to get him to respond to me. And then so that was that, and we got him in. I've heard he's okay, which is great. So I'm really glad he's all right. He's again somebody who's been struggling in life. His mental health isn't good. And then today I thought, right, that's that. I've taken Team Alpkit. Alpkit, for anyone who doesn't know, is an outdoor clothing brand like Columbia or Rab, that type of company. And took them to a job. I'd bought all this timber, £500 worth of timber. We were going to put a new fence in next to a walk down to a abseiling point. And while I've been on holiday, someone's pinched all the timber. So it hasn't been the best couple of days there at work, but it's been great on YouTube. Had a really nice time on YouTube. So I tried to squeeze all of that in very short there, so I didn't bore you all, but you did ask to hear that. Nick is diabetic. Are you managing it well? Are you managing your diabetes well? This lad really wasn't. My son's actually diabetic, so it was really handy because it meant I knew what to do. My son's been diabetic. He got diagnosed with diabetes when he was 9. So there's been a lot of insulin. There's been a lot of pods. We've done a lot of blood checking. We've had lots of highs. We've had lots of lows. So that stood me in good stead. I managed it okay. Well, that's good. It's difficult. It's difficult. In one way, I'm really glad that my son got diagnosed at such a young age. I think it's been part of his life that he's grown up with it. So he's grown up with it. So it's become part of his life. So it's always been there really from so little. Even though he's got a crazy good memory for stuff when he was little. So it's always been there instead of in adulthood where he has to change something. But then in another way, going through puberty and stuff with diabetes and your bloods are all over and your mood swings are all over anyway. So I mean, watching a teenager have a mood swing with his blood sugars high on top of that, I mean, yeah, it's a bit crazy. He's back. Welcome back. So yeah, but on the flip side, this week on YouTube, we've got loads done on the logo board. We've had loads of commissions come in if we want them. I'm not that bothered about having too many. It's a nice steady number, but it's nice to have them. It's all been gifted to the channel for us to do a review on, and the channel members are going to get a discount code, like a good hefty discount code on a saw if they want one, which is nice. We've had 2 channel members. We're up to 10 channel members now, so it's that's really exciting. And we got tipped, which 3 times actually, 3 times. So Suffolk Life tipped twice, which was the first time I was a bit like, and then it became a member while we're on a live stream, which flashed up on the phone. That's happened twice as well this week. And then Connor also tipped. So Connor told me to buy a beer, so I did actually have a beer last night after everything what had gone on. I had a Hazy Jane and yeah, so that's really nice. So I'm happy with that. So yeah, work's been stressful, but we've taken it all in our stride and actually as a team and filled it all in, all the paperwork in afterwards. We couldn't have dealt with it better. We just got on with it. We dealt with it. We've sorted it. We've done everything right. All the paperwork's been filled in. It's all been passed on. Manager's happy. We had a debrief with him last night and this morning about it, and we move on and we do we've done a good job. So, and I think as a team, it's probably brought us closer together, knowing that we've all got each other's back on it. Without sounding too cheesy. My job is really fulfilling, actually. You wasn't diagnosed till you were 35. That's more difficult. Well, I presume it's more difficult. I don't know. I've not been diagnosed with diabetes, but you're making changes to your life there. What I've never been there before. At least my son's, it was there and growing up. You'll be able to tell me if it's more difficult changing your life. When you were saying there, my job sounds fulfilling. It really is. I like to teach a lot of probation people skills. People who are struggling, who just need to get out into the beautiful Peak District, do jobs. I do a lot with young adults with additional needs. Do a lot there. I also do a lot with just what we call individuals. So it's just anybody become a volunteer. There's 1,200 nearly on our register on our books now. We just come out. We just put jobs up on our system. We use you register to become a volunteer free of charge. We put jobs up we're going to do, and people sign up. There's like, for example, I do dry stone walling. Well, that gets filled up for a year in advance. It's so popular. It's very good. So I work with a massive different type of people throughout the year and do all sorts of different jobs. So planted 15,000 trees last year. Built ridiculous amounts of dry stone wall with them, fences, gates. So we're meant to look after 555 square miles, which is a lot. I mean, I'm not going to all of it every day. The jobs will come in and I'll go to that one location with that group and do it. But we also take on the neighbouring counties' work because they're slightly behind, so we look after that. Plenty of outside on my job, yeah. I mean, I'm outside every day. Apart from every other Monday, I have to work. I work at my desk. Plenty of outside, beautiful scenery, beautiful places. It's an amazing job. I love it. I absolutely love it. I am, and when I say that I'm lucky, I also know how lucky I am to have that as a job, and I don't take it for granted. Excuse me, I'll have a swig of the tea. I can't believe we've got 16 thumbs up. 16 thumbs up there, that's incredible. I only just noticed that. I was too busy waffling on about myself. So has anybody got any questions in the chat before I keep talking about my week at work? Or has anybody got any logos they want me to stick on the list of ones that are going to go on the logo board? Some nice simple ones is good. We've got some. I just want to get some small ones in. Like, you can't see it, but just next to here there's the Apple logo. So I'm thinking small little McDonald's logo or little Toyota logo here and there would be good. So what kind of? I did look at that. Did look at that logo stuff at Life. Yeah, that is on. It's on the list. What type of stone are we using there? We've got that's asked from Thomas. Derbyshire gritstone. This is a piece of Derbyshire gritstone Unpolished Derbyshire Gritstone cut into a sheet at 35mm. I've got lots of it in my yard. This is a piece I've just had kicking about, and we're using it up really. Really nice piece of stone. It comes from a quarry called Bretton Moor. This is not the best example of it, but some of it, what comes out is like a chocolate colour. And honestly, I suppose I'm biased, but it's the most beautiful stone to carve. It is so nice and so smooth, but it cost about, I don't know, I think it's like £2,200 a square cube, which is a lot. But it is quality. It has a lot of shakes in it, which is a shake will be like a clay shake. So you're cutting across the stone here, you'd have a piece of clay, what would just be a mark. And what that'd do, that'd split, because it splits in layers like flats. It sits in the and it causes a crack in it, so you can be cutting. So I used to do headstone blanks with it, and you could. The guys who were cutting it, not me, the guys who were cutting it would say, "We've had to cut like a ton of stone here to get one headstone blank out of this," but it's worth it. It is definitely worth it. So nice. So yeah, this is Derbyshire Gritstone. But I use all sorts. I use a lot. So I've got a piece of slate on my workbench. Sorry, on my desk, got a marking up. York stone, Portland stone, a little bit, not too much. Some Northumberland stone, different types. Yeah, if you have a look on the channel, if you're interested, that is, there's 150 videos, not lives like this one, but videos where I've edited them together and made proper videos of me using all different stone. Beautiful work, thank you. Aldi logo is a good shout. I'm going to do Team GB. Paralympics start next week, I think I'm right. I should have really done it for the other Olympics, but we'll get behind the Paralympians and we'll do the Team GB Lion. We'll get that on there. And when I finish this, and then I'll have to do a couple of commissions, but you're all welcome to join me because I'll do them on YouTube. I've got a really cool idea for a flag. See how this bubble right in here? You can see I'm using this half bullnose chisel. I wonder if I should try and get you a slightly better angle on here now. Shouldn't mess really. We had it right, didn't we? Yeah. No, I shouldn't mess. I'm regretting that now. We'll get there. You might just be able to. It's not the neatest at the minute. All I'm doing at the minute is just roughing this out. You could be wondering why I've missed a K. It's because I've rubbed half of it off with my finger, so I can't see my wrist. I can't see the bottom of the K. So I'm just going to mark it back on. So what I did, I made this little template. I was doing it while my wife and a couple of the kids were watching a film. I just cut this out. Just made a little template. Mark that back on there, and we'll carve that out. Read a couple more of these comments. I want to do stuff around the garden. So, well, thanks for being subscribed for a while. newbie tools and wanting to do stuff around the garden. So what type of stuff we're talking like around the garden? Are we talking a bird bath, or we're talking a house sign, or we're talking some pieces of stone, what, or say like rose garden, or if you grow potatoes and stuff, like potato patch, or what type of stuff we're thinking. Because it depends if you wanted to carve letters or you wanted to hollow out maybe like a bee drinking station, or you want to do both. Because if you wanted to do letters, cheap kit, the one we spoke about earlier, definitely go on that to start with, or get to Southern Stone Limit and buy just a couple of chisels. Start with one 6mm chisel, go from there, start building your collection. If you're wanting to hollow out bird baths and so, going back to that lettering, if you're buying a hammer, 600 gram will work really well for lettering and will get you around anything. If you're wanting to hollow out pieces of stone and do a bit more bigger masonry work, maybe a water feature or something, some cold chisels, lump hammer. The best thing to do with them is get you sent to boot sales. There are always so many boot sales. They're not expensive. Local hardware shop will sell them. Lump hammers, flea markets, there's always loads for sale. But yeah, it all depends on the type of thing you're wanting to do around the garden. House number. Everyone should do their own house number. 17 thumbs up we've got there. That's incredible. I really want to put a speckle on the bottom of these here. And I can't for the life of me find my chisel. Misplaced my chisel and it doesn't feel right to start rummaging around looking for it while I'm live on YouTube. I mean, it's a hard sell anyway. One of the subscribers tonight has to be drunk to watch, so it's it'd be really going to a whole new level if you watch me walk around my workshop looking for a lost chisel. Thomas, maybe you should become a channel member for 99p and you have the chance to win a carving kit. I'm going to be releasing some information about it very soon, as well as this stone saw. And also, I'm in the works with Southern Stone Limited. They sent me some stuff through the post. We're going to come up with a carve your own house sign kit, what you can buy from them. It'd be nice to give one of them away once we've done it. It'd be really nice. That'll have a piece of Portland limestone in it, it'll have a hammer in there, it'll have a chisel in there, it'll have pencils for marking stone, it'll have safety specs, and it'll have a tutorial from me of what to do and how to go about it. Who's going to answer the question? We've got 10 people watching right now. Who can tell me which one's better, Burger King or McDonald's? Who's got an opinion on that? I haven't eaten a Burger King. It must be 20 years since I've had a Burger King. I've never really been a massive Burger King fan. But maybe some of you are. McDonald's, if someone asks me to sum up McDonald's, I'll just go, yeah, It's just McDonald's. Like I said to Tornado Chaser earlier, I like a McFlurry. I also told him my dad calls them McFluffies. I think it was Predictive Text what started that. Neither. No, yeah. McDonald's. If I had to go for one or the other, it'd be McDonald's. My kids like them. I went to watch Harry Styles in McDonald's ice cream. Yeah, the McFlurry I do like. I couldn't tell you about Burger King. Went to watch Harry Styles with my daughter a couple of years ago, and we had to queue up for ages for a McDonald's. It was the only thing we could get to eat, and we were both starving. One thing we haven't got on here, let's think about this now. We haven't got any band, like band names or logos of a band. No one's mentioned a band on there on the board yet. We have got obviously McLaren. Mr. Piastri, he sent me a message yesterday saying he's sorry he couldn't make it to see his McLaren logo being carved on a piece of the stone. He's on holiday, which is fair enough. I mean, he's on holiday. He's got to make the most of that, not watching me carve stone. Let's hope it's somewhere nice and warm. Feels like autumn's on its way in the UK. It definitely does in Derbyshire anyway. It's here. We were just talking about you. Well, we understand you've got to go. We were saying we understand the holiday. We were just talking about your McLaren sign, saying someone requested a McLaren. Maybe someone could suggest a band name or a band logo. But you get off. Hope you've had a good holiday, and we hope it was somewhere nice and warm. Good luck in qualifying tomorrow. Leave Fever. I'm not. So I'll agree with anything, really, but not sure I can go Coldplay. Not sure Coldplay is going to make it on, if I'm honest. That might be the first thing I've said no to on the whole board. What other music do you like? Chuck out some more bands. What else are we liking? We could go for. We need to go. If we're going for a band or a logo, we're going to go like a proper classic test of time. Aerosmith. I mean, that's better. I know. I'm just going to backtrack slightly. I'm not going to agree to this, but I do. I know where you're coming from because if I'm just thinking about that Viva La Vida album, it's just a shape, is it? So I can get it, but it's still. I'm still not convinced by it, but I do understand where you're coming from. I think that like Ed Sheeran did a similar thing. It was just a shape for the front of the album. I was also thinking the Beatles. I mean, the Beatles is where my brain went first straight away. Um, And I was thinking, and then it got me thinking about like soundtracks to films. There's so many different bits what can go on here, and then sure train spotting would be something pretty cool on here. Quite satisfying this. I like the way it flicks. I'll do it in slow motion here. No, I like it. Well, we've got plenty to be going on with. Lots of suggestions. Gonna have to put some small ones in there soon, and we'll have to probably do like on a carving night. We're gonna have to do some like 4 or 5 little ones instead of one. I don't know that album. I will definitely Google that album. I were talking about musicians. I went to a fancy dress party a couple of weeks ago. Me and my wife, I went as Kenny Rogers and she went as Dolly Parton. I think we looked great. It was a great excuse to buy like a cowboy hat. Bought a new belt with a proper like buckle on it. I did buy a wig, but I didn't wear it. Too hot. Don't forget anybody who's just dropping on the feed. Stick a thumbs up on the channel, on the stream. Sorry, or if you fancy, you can hit subscribe on the channel. That'd be really nice. If you've seen this and thought, do you know, I'd love to have a go at stone carving. There's loads of videos for you to watch. Go on, about 150. I keep saying 150. I should check that. It could be more. It's at least 150. So I am just going to look for this chisel quickly because it would make a massive difference. Pink Floyd. Now we're getting somewhere. What has Prince got a good album cover? I mean, he was. If anyone's going to have a good album cover, you'd think Prince would. Really disappointed about that chisel. I'm going to have to buy a new one. Yes, that's a really good one. That is going to take some serious beating. I'm not actually sure it can be beaten. You've redeemed yourself from Coldplay. I mean, even saying that out loud doesn't sound right. No, lost to chisel. Very disappointed. Can I do portrait? Oh, I don't know about that. Never tried. I would like that. I might have to put an effect like this, so just so what I wanted to do, if you've watched any of the other videos, you'll have a little point and I put a bit of needle in the bottom, and it would have been cool because in my brain I would have been doing, I'd have been putting sesame seeds. Well, that's pretty cool though, to bump into Ed Sheeran while you're just going down to buy some eggs. Just popping in for a bag of Haribos and Ed Sheeran's there with his guitar. So this is getting a slightly similar effect. It's putting a bit of texture, but if it was the needle point, which I'm going to have to go and buy a new one, it would be like sesame seeds on the bun. So I think it'd look really cool. So when I find it or I get a new one, I will come back and put the sesame seeds on the bun. But for now, I'm just going to give this bun a little bit of texture by using a 6mm chisel and just tapping away. I'm just going to tidy up the corners. Run round with a chisel. Just neaten it up slightly. This definitely is a small world, wow. We don't have Ed Sheeran who lives near me. We have, who do we have near Hutt? Oh, look at this little beast coming along here. The spider. You're not going to see him. He might walk across the screen. Oh, no, he's gone. We have John Berger, not as famous as Ed Sheeran, unless you're massively into snooker. We have a few comedians, and we have Jarvis Cocker, who's not my favourite cocker. Joe would be my favourite cocker. Do you know what? I'm so impressed. I am impressed, but I'm so excited to carve like an album cover, Dark Side of the Moon. I don't think we should do it on the logo board. I think we should just cut a piece of stone or slate what would be like the same shape as a vinyl, like virtually square, and let's just do the whole album cover on one piece of stone on its own, a decent size. I think that would be very cool. I'm talking like a decent sized piece, and let's just do the whole album cover. Could possibly auction it off for charity. Now that's one of my favourite jobs to do. Carve something for charity. What do we reckon? carve it. We'll pick one together. I mean, I think we've already picked one. We'll pick a charity together. Yeah, so we'll get some charity ideas out there. Don't have to be tonight because I'm nearly finished and it is 5 to 11. We'll get some charity ideas out there. We'll carve an album cover. Between us, we can get people to see it, and then we'll auction it off, and the money can go to charity. They're my favourite type of jobs. No, I can't even read that out loud. Are we happy with the? Are we happy with that? Are we happy with Burger King? I like the fact you know what I'm on about as well. When I muttered under my breath, I can't even read that out loud. Should we bring it back? See how it make me laugh. How it blends in. We've got Burger King, Monster, Apple, Nike, Mercedes, Michael Jordan, McLaren, and YouTube. It's coming on. I think that's a good addition. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, 5 to 11. I'm not going to hang around any longer. A little bit of a late night carving. But yeah, that's us done. Thanks for everybody who put the thumbs up on there. I'll turn it round so I can see you. Yeah, so thanks for everyone who put the thumbs up on there. We've got 17 in total. Come back, maybe not tomorrow. I'm going to Manchester tomorrow. I'm taking my daughter to see the Batman convention, which will be quite cool. Yeah, maybe I'll see you Sunday. Get thinking about some worthy charities. There's loads out there.